Steph, aka Alternerd, and welcome back to the Planet of Nerds. In today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing Taking Lives, starring Angelina Jolie, Ethan Hawke, Olivia Martinez, and Kiefer Sutherland. I saw it on Netflix, found out it's an Angelina Jolie movie, never knew this one existed, so I thought, why the heck not? Let's have a gander at it and see what my eyeballs thought to it. Now, in terms of the movie itself, what it's all about, on IMDb, it says that the film starts in the early 1980s. A young Martin Asher took a bus for Canada. He meets another teen on the bus, Matt Soulsby. When the bus broke down, they decided to rent a car and drive to Seattle. On the road, the car gets a flat tyre, and Matt starts changing the tyre. Martin comments on how he and Matt are about the same height, and that's a little bit creepy. And there's a reason for that, because what happens next? In that moment, he quickly pushes Matt in the way of an oncoming truck, causing a huge accident where Matt and the driver both die. He took Matt's guitar and left singing like Matt did. 20 years later, an FBI profiler, Ileana Scott, comes to Canada to help hunt down the now serial killer Martin Asher, who killed multiple men and lived by their identities. Martin's mother claims that she saw Martin in Quebec City, and she tells the police that Martin is evil. The police also has an eyewitness, James Costa, who saw Asher kill his last victim. Okay, so this is Ileana, played by Angelina Jolie, the FBI profiler. She kind of reminded me of the character that she played in The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington. Playing essentially someone in the police force. Very calculated, very cold, a little bit unhinged, a little bit emotional, that kind of thing. So yeah, pretty much a carbon copy as far as I'm concerned of The Bone Collector. But hey, it's Angelina Jolie. You know, can't really, yeah, it is what it is for that era of her. And this dude is introduced as Costa. And this lovely dude, who is pretty much trying to choke Costa to death. A lot of alliteration here, guys. This is supposedly Asher. Now, I swear this movie was so predictable in terms of who the bad guy was, as far as I'm concerned. Because, yeah, the saying, or the trying to allude, that Kiefer Sutherland is the big bad, Asher himself. But nope, it's Costa who ends up actually being Asher. And I totally guessed that right at the beginning of the movie. A lot of plot points that just have lots of holes in them. But the biggest one of all for me with this film is right at the beginning, why did Asher engage with the police in the first place? I mean, he's been so successful all these years of killing men, taking on their identities, and when he gets bored, he gets a new identity and kills another dude, right? So why all of a sudden at this stage in his life is he breaking that pattern? That's never really kind of explained at all, but there you go. There's that. The other thing that kind of annoyed me about this film was this dude. Oliver Martinez, the actor. This character here annoyed the hell out of me. He was that quintessential cop dude that hates the outsider. The FBI profiler, Ileana, thinks there's no point to her whatsoever. Complete animosity every step of the way. Carbon copy of a miffed off cop, unhappy that an outsider's coming into his investigation and trying to solve it. Yawn! That is so boring. Now, towards the end of the film, you think that essentially Asher's got away with it. And he's on his way, and you see him kill another dude and take on a new character. Okay, Ileana, she gets sacked from the FBI due to misconduct. Well, she does sleep with the bad guy without knowing he's the bad guy, but, you know, she does sleep with him and feels completely and utterly sick to her core when she finds out that this dude is actually Asher and not Costa. But there you go. Great FBI profiling there, love, right? Anyways, she goes into the middle of nowhere and we next see her in this house, pregnant. And yeah, you can safely assume at this point that due to the bumpies with this dude, she fell pregnant and it's this dude's baby. Okay, we find out actually it's twins, so babies, I suppose, plural. And she's a chilling and, you know, she's setting up the nursery and, you know, the house is all sorted and she's waiting for the arrival. And Asher comes back out of the blue. Or you think out of the blue. He pretty much tells her that he's been watching from afar for a while, watching the belly grow, putting two and two together, knowing that it's his babies and that he's the father, and he has this twisted fantasy of them getting back together and being a family and, you know, all this lot. And she turns around quite, you know, reasonably and says, hell no, get your psychopathic backside out of me house right now. I want nothing to do with your crazy backside. Get out right now. Of course, you know, Asher doesn't take too kindly to that and starts, I don't know, slapping her about, kicking her in the belly. And this part, I was proper like, oh, no. I mean, whoa, dude, she's pregnant with your children. You know, like, oh, no. And it's proper. You see him, like, proper bashing her about. The film doesn't shy away from that. And in the end, you know, she gets a knife or a pair of scissors, something along those lines, and she's trying to defend herself, but it completely backfires, and in the end is like, well, if I can't have them, you can't, kind of scenario, and stabs her in the stomach. Oh, at that point, I was proper like, like, you don't do that to a pregnant woman. Like, you don't stab her in the belly where they're there. Like, oh my goodness. Like, whoa, dude, this was proper. I was shocked. Oh my goodness. I was not, like, prepared for that whatsoever. And as I was there, watching this all unfold, I started to get really confused because there wasn't any blood coming out, and I'm like, oh, hang on a minute. If it's showing Asher bashing a woman about, Ileana, and stabbing her in the stomach and all that lot whilst pregnant, I would have thought that the film wouldn't shy away from the gore itself as well. That's quite a violent scene, right? And then, like, the way she was when she, like, fell down and everything, it just didn't... I don't know, it didn't feel right, and I just thought, hang on, this bad acting from Angelina Jolie, like, seriously? Are we actually going there right now? Do you know what? The film did not fool me in terms of, you know, Costa. I knew he was Asher straight away, right from the beginning of the film, I swear down. But this twist proper fooled me. She was never pregnant at all. It was a duff pregnancy belly that she was wearing the whole time. And so, yeah, a duff pregnancy belly the whole time. She knew that he was going to come back and he was going to watch her from afar. She knew his eyeballs was going to be on her. She played it smart. And in the end, when she comes up and he's like, what the deuce, you should be put down by now. How are you still standing? she grabs the scissors, or again the knife, I can't remember which one, and completely stabs him and kills him. And it's like, yeah, bye mofo, go to hell, have a nice vacation there, laters dude, we're done. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the movie and how it all concludes. In the end, my eyeballs were a little bit meh, I suppose, in terms of seeing this movie. It wasn't too boring. There was a little bit of an excitement in it. I suppose if I hadn't guessed right at the beginning that Costa was Asher, I might have actually probably really enjoyed it more. But I just right from the start, it was predictable for me. So I suppose that kind of spoilt the film in a way. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you liked this and you want to see more of me, then subscribe down below, because we are on our way to 500 subscribers. We hope to achieve that by the end of this year. So if you do want to contribute to that goal, please go right ahead. Comment down below. Have you seen the movie? Do you agree with what's come out of my gob? Do you not agree? All comments, go for it, sound off, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And until the next time, you guys, laters.